What is up, my children, my babies, my lovelies? I am back again with another video, and I am so excited for this episode because, y'all, this episode is going to be juicy. Y'all know we're going to get into some things. But before we get into that, y'all, listen, get into the look. If you're watching me on video, you already know what to do. If you're watching me on audio, though, you need to also watch me on video, too, so you can get into the full experience, okay? But, y'all, let me tell y'all, today is Saturday. The time is currently, y'all, 3:38, okay? In the morning, not in the afternoon, in the morning. Why am I up so early, you may ask, or late? This is why I'm done. I'm tired. I hate it. I don't want to go out to no club no more. Don't ask me to go out nowhere because I don't want to go, okay? Literally, it's the clubs are an if, and, or but type of situation. Either you're going to have a really, really good night or your night's going to go absolutely horrible. And that's how mine went tonight. Absolutely horrible. Do y'all, for my girlies and my men, the men, y'all don't really be feeling this too much, but for my girlies, have y'all ever had a time where you've literally gotten full-blown dressed? Like I'm talking beat down to the ground, outfit on 10, face on 1,000, like smelling good, looking great, and then the plans just collapse. Yeah, the plans just completely and totally fall apart. That was my night. And I've had multiple of those nights. And it's kind of starting to get to the point where I'm just like, I'm done with the club scene. I'm tired. But y'all know that like I'm trying to go out simply because I just want to meet people out here. Because to be honest with y'all, now that I've graduated college, I'm kind of tired of the going out clubs. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of tired of it. But really, I'm only trying to do it right now because I'm like, okay, I need to meet my people, meet my folks, find my people, and then, go from there. But child, I'm just about to say, to hell with all of it. Okay, I'm done. Because I am tired. This is like the second night that I've gotten all the way cute and then all the plans have dropped. But I saw today as a blessing as well. Because I was like, you know what? I'm not going out to the club. I look really, really good. And I already need to get my tail up and shoot a podcast episode. So I was like, you know what, child? Let me get up and work. Get this content in, y'all. I took some pictures, took some TikToks and all that. So yeah. Anyway, so since I have like this crazy night and it's 3:00 in the morning, I'm like, you know what? Let me put into some work. Let's talk about some teams. Because when it's late at night, like I feel like that's really when the topics start flowing. Like I don't know what it is, but like late night talks, late night chats or whatever. Now we don't got nothing to sip on today. Okay. Today's a very dry night, literally and figuratively. Okay. So we don't have nothing to drink on today, y'all, but y'all still get your glasses together and clink for this episode because y'all, this episode is going to be called Nobody Wants the Recipe to Your Mom's Peach Cobbler. For my people who watch TikTok, you already know where that saying comes from. Nobody wants the recipe to your peach. I don't even know what it is, child. That's what this title is going to be called today. Nobody wants the recipe to your mom's peach cobbler. And if you want to know what that means, just in case you don't watch TikTok, child, I know some people are not up to trends. If you want to know what that means, that basically means, look, nobody cares what you have going on. Nobody wants to hear step by step, recipe by recipe, number one by number two of what you have going on. Nobody wants to hear it. But for this episode, we're going to take that a little bit and we're going to kind of switch it up around. Not saying nobody really cares what you have to say, but keep your recipe to yourself, okay? Keep it to yourself until you're ready to bake it and make it good. You know what I'm saying? And then you can show the world what you got. That's what we're going to be talking about today. Because I've just realized a lot of people nowadays, especially with social media, are always sharing their next move. And I'm not gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know I call myself out in every episode. This episode, I get a chance to sit back. Okay? I get a chance to sit back. Why? Because I am I keep a lot of things to myself. I say that, I'm very proud to say that at times. I am very private and a lot of people don't know my next moves and I like to keep it that way. And I'm not saying I'm just trying to be like, Inspector Gadget, you know what I'm saying? Creep, creep, creep. I hate those people that try to be like, I'm a mystery. Girl, you're not a mystery. You're not a mystery, okay? Nobody's checking for you. I promise. But what I mean by that is it's just like, plan accordingly, plan in silence, because there's a lot of things that go wrong when you share with people your next move. All right, so let's get into some teams because we really have to talk about it. If you relate with this topic, go ahead and rate this podcast 5 stars. Or if you know somebody that be doing this, child, send them this link immediately because it needs to be stopped. Okay, so look, I got this topic and I thought about it because I follow like a few people on Instagram. This one specific person that I follow, They're always posting like, oh, I'm about to go do this. I'm about to start this business. Um, I'm about to, when I start this business, y'all all gonna be mad. Da-da-da-da. When I get this new car, da-da-da-da. Or I got this going, got money flat out on the table. Yeah, this money, I'm tossing this money out. Da-da-da-da. And it's just like, okay, what's going on here? And then I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Now that I'm watching this person's story and I'm looking at it and they're talking about all these businesses and all these plays and all this money, I'm like, all right, well, now I'm tuned in and now I want to see the results. But that's where the problem lies. Because 9 times out of 10, there don't be no results. It's just all talk, all chatter. And that's the problem. That's why people say all the time, keep your next moves to yourself. Because if things don't execute accordingly, nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to know. You got enough time to pick yourself back up and try again. You know what I'm saying? You got enough time to fully elaborate, to fully put in work to what you have going on, to fully invest in your craft. I think that's the problem nowadays, especially with social media and just like, with influencing being a thing and everybody trying to hop on the next wave. Nobody's really like investing into something. And it seems like everybody's just trying to do something that everybody else is doing, child. And child, let me just tell you one thing. I've been a victim of someone literally copying my every move. We ain't gonna say no names. Cue the bombs. Yeah. I've been a victim of someone literally copying my every move. Like literally, I've seen it plain in sight. And I'm watching this person copy everything that I do down to the dang on speech. But you're not consistent with it. So now it's just like nobody really wants to know what you got going on, or please don't put out what you got going on if you're not going to keep it coming. If you're not going to give the girlies what they want to see. If it's not gonna give and you're not 100% in your craft, just don't do it. And I know that sounds kind of negative sometimes, and I don't mean to be like negative Nancy on anybody's, business plans or on anybody's next steps in life. I do not mean to be like that at all. I'm actually the first person that's gonna tell you, do your stuff. But when you do it right. I'm that type of person that's gonna be like, look, like, I see this in you, or you should see this in yourself, and you should be able to take that and turn it into something big and make some money off of it. But we're talking about that behind closed doors, okay? We're talking about that behind closed doors. We don't need to be having public conversations all the time. The biggest thing, too, about sharing your business with the world is that not only are people going to be checking for you to make sure that it's going to be 100% what you're saying it is, but there's a lot of people who are waiting for your downfall. There's people that are watching you and are seeing your next move and are seeing what you are doing, and they will do anything to stop that, y'all. I'm telling you, they will do anything in their power. You have to, when you have a blessing, okay? When you have a blessing and when you have a talent, I'm not saying keep it to yourself. Definitely plan accordingly to what you do and what you share on social media. I think, of course, I'm a media person, so I love the media, child. But media has its pros and cons. And a lot of times everybody feels like they have to share everything up there. You don't have to share everything up there. And I'm not saying put on a facade, because child, don't come up there being fake, because we don't need that. We don't need it. And I'm going to unfollow you. But I know that this might seem like it's all over the place, but not only does sharing your recipe mean your next business move or your next future plan, but that could also be sharing your actual business as well, your personal business. And yes, the saying, nobody wants to know the recipe to your mom's peach cobbler, is a little harsh, but literally, not a lot of times should you be sharing what's personally going on with you on social media. Now, granted, yes, I will say there are a lot of people who like to be therapists on social media, okay? And who feel the need to like help people out. And a lot of times too, if you don't have nobody to talk to, I can see why some people do go to social media and, let it all out. But a lot of times too, it's just a time and place for things. Find a better way to express yourself, or find a better way to get deep within yourself other than putting it on social media. Because y'all, people out here are evil. Listen to me, people are evil, okay? And people will literally like feed off of your discomfort. People will literally feed off of your depression. People will be seeing them quotes that you post in, child, all them quotes, okay? And stuff like that. And a lot of times too, if I'm gonna just keep it 100% real, when people be up there like pouring their heart on social media, a lot of people be just be watching it like, here they go again. Here they go again. And people just be talking about you. And it's like you're crying for help. You're sitting here crying for help and you're going through something emotionally, physically, mentally. And people are sitting here and not taking that serious whatsoever. And it's just like you have to find another way, another outlet. Nobody's telling you to not express yourself because I would never tell nobody that at all. I definitely think it's very important to be open and honest with yourself, but to be open and honest with yourself. Okay? Do you understand me? Not on social media. Not everybody needs to know what's going on with you. Talk to somebody, talk to a family member, talk to a best friend. Shoot, talk to yourself. Get in front of a mirror. Because let me let you know one thing. One thing about it, baby, I trust me more than anybody. Okay? More than anybody. I know the answers sometimes. I'm not going to say I know them all, but I know them sometimes. And what I will say is that it feels so good to just let it all out in front of myself, where no one's judging me. I can be fully me, and nobody knows my recipe. Nobody knows my business. Nobody knows the hurt that I'm truly going through. And I only allow people to see what I show them. And I feel like that's what life should be more of. That's what social media should be more of. And that's why a lot of people have been getting caught in their mess. That's why a lot of people have been, crying for help. Or a lot of times too, a lot of people have it just been feeling like things are falling through for you. But the worst thing about it is when you're literally posting every step of the way on social media to the point where now everyone's expecting something to turn out right because people think that social media is this perfect world. So people are going to be expecting for things to just be magically happen for you. And so when they don't, then that's when everybody's like, oh, this person is bull. This person is this person's a liar. And that's not you at all. That's not you at all. And that's why people say all the time, keep your next moves to yourself. That is very, very important. Okay. Like literally the best feeling ever is being able to pop out. That's the best feeling ever. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. And maybe this whole conversation is biased. Because honestly, I will say, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, again, I am kind of a secretive person, or I'm to myself. I wouldn't necessarily say I'll just be like hidden, but I definitely keep certain things to myself. And so maybe this is a little bit biased, but the best feeling ever is just popping out with that business, popping out with that relationship. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Like popping out with that best friend again. And nobody needs to know that you and your best friend are beefing. Like, you know what I'm saying? If we getting personal, child, me and my best friend just got done beefing. Literally. But that's what sisters do. That's what we do. Like, I'm going to just keep it real. That's literally what we do. We go back and forth all the time. We literally just got done beefing. Love you, girl. Mwah, mwah, mwah. But we just got done beefing and nobody knew about it. Literally nobody. And I'm pretty sure people probably speculated, but the best thing in life is leaving people in question. I love leaving people in question, okay? I love when people try to figure me out. You're not going to figure it out though, Pooh. It ain't going to work. But I like being a puzzle. But you can't find the piece. You can't find the peace. That's how life has to be sometimes, okay? I need my peace. So therefore, I'm not going to have you trying to piece me together, baby, because I need my peace. I need to be able to keep some things to myself, okay? Yes, me and my best friend was beefing. Things was falling apart, not only in our friendship, but just like personally in my life. But that's not for anybody to know because I don't need nobody praying on my downfall. I don't need nobody wishing negativity towards me and my relationships and my friendships and things of that nature. I don't need that. And we were able to figure it out, find peace within ourselves, find the purpose of why we need each other and mend back within each other. So yes, people definitely do have questions and people are just like, what's going on? But girl, let them guess. And if we just gonna switch gears here, when we're talking recipe, people who are bakers, experienced bakers, they take their recipes very, very serious. Okay, listen to me clearly. They take their recipes very, very serious. And why they do that is because everybody's going to try to open up a business and everybody's going to try to make that same cake. That's going to be taking money out of their originality, Okay, like you literally lose everything when you share your recipe. That's why them grandmas and them granddaddies, they keep them recipes to themselves. They don't play about that. And everybody's like, "What's the recipe? What's the recipe?" Oh, this is getting deep. Hold on, because this is for real. That's why everybody be like to the cook, to the head chef, "What's your recipe? I need to know. I need to know." No, you do not need to know. Some things are just kept secret. Some things are better when it's kept to one, to where one person is able to share that amongst the world and that one person is getting what they deserve. Not everybody needs to know the recipe. You know how hard that person worked to get where they are today to be able to create that recipe? And now that they're able to pop that out, that doesn't mean everybody deserves a piece and deserves a share. Okay? Nobody wants to know the recipe to your mom's peach cobbler. Nobody wants to know. And that's how it needs to be. Nobody wants to know. We should not know. We should not. Okay? We need to start being careful about the things that we share. Because I'm telling you right now, like, it's those same people that's asking, "What's the recipe? What's the recipe?" that's going to duplicate and manipulate. They're going to duplicate and they're going to manipulate. And that's one of the worst things ever to experience. Nobody wants to go through that, especially if you put your hard work and dedication into your recipe. Keep that to yourself. Keep it sacred. Build your businesses. Build on from that. Keep going. And not even just when it comes to businesses, like I said again, but your mental. Sometimes you just got to keep that within yourself and share it with the people that are appropriate around you. You could be venting to the wrong person. You could be venting to the wrong person. And that person probably in their head really like nobody wants to know the recipe to what you got going on. But it's sucking it all in, taking it all in, and sharing it with the world. Quick to, too. They be quick to gossip, quick to share your business, quick to drag you through the mud, girl. They be quick to drag you through the mud. No, I'm not taking it. I'm not accepting it. I refuse. It's time to start being cautious about who you accept in your circle, who you're talking to, who you're sharing your business to, because the word out here is crazy, y'all, and it's only getting crazier, okay? So keep your recipe to yourself. Keep it to yourself, y'all. I'm telling you. You're going to feel good. You're going to feel good. It's going to taste good. It's going to look good because you put work into it. You put your back into it. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all so much. Your mother is out. Bye.